Hey ladies, this is Katie from Katie's Scrappy Studio, and my blog has actually been updated. I've updated it twice since, gosh, I think the last time I updated it was sometime in February, except until now. It was updated several days ago. I'm bad about keeping up with it, even when I'm not sick or having troubles. Oops, sorry. This is the third time I've shot this portion of the video because I can never keep anything perfectly in frame and focused right. Even though I have all of these, if you ever wonder what those were, those are the boundaries, and so far they're not really working anymore. I really wish I had a camera that had a screen that you could flip around so you could make sure that you're in frame. I just have a flip cam right now, so it'll be a while before I get one of those other cameras, unless I find one in a garage sale or something. Anyway, this is a long video not because I talk throughout the whole thing. That would be awful, because it's close to 30 minutes long if it's anything like the last times I've talked about this jar. But the rest of it is a fast motion. It's sped up 800%, and it still takes quite a while to show me making this, and mainly that's because I sit there and trying to figure things out and designs and whatnot and doing things over. But basically, this is my jar for the swap, the mason jar swap full of goodies on Cynthialoowho's Ning site, and that is called Lil Scrap of Heaven, and it's just like a little scrap of community over there. And there's a swap forum with there's always really cool swaps going on over there, and so check that out if you're ever interested. You see people doing swaps and you're like, what's that about? Well, you can go check it out. But this swap is where you take a mason jar and you decorate it, you alter it, and then you fill it with scrapbook goodies like flowers and buttons and ribbon and lace and whatever, any scrappy goodies you can think of to put in here. So I got my mason jar at Michael's, and this is so awkward doing this way, standing like this. And the first thing that I did was I attached this paper right here, and this is not real music sheet paper. It's from the Lost and Found paper pad, which I mention like 1,000 times every video. This is the pad I'm referring to. It has 180 sheets. There's a smaller pad. It's 12 by 12, but it has less sheets because they're thicker, more quality sheets, and some of the pages actually have glitter on them, glittery designs, and several of those sheets are available in the loose section that I found at Hobby Lobby, at least. I haven't looked at Michael's. But that was the paper I used here, and I used my ATG gun, and it holds really well for this. So I was really afraid to use, I didn't want to have to use wet glue, hot glue, anything like that, because the paper is so thin, and I didn't want it to bubble up or, show. So really happy the ATG gun worked. And also the next sheet of paper that I use is just a strip, and you can barely see it because I use so much ribbon or lace, is this striped paper right around here. You can just see the glimpses of it. And the first thing of lace up here, the white right here, which you can't see very well in focus. I have this in my shop for sale, and I think there's lace very, very similar to this, if not exactly the same, in the discount section, which is like wholesale price. It's super cheap in my Zibbit shop, and I will of course link to there, and I'll put a whole list of links to everything I mentioned, so you guys can find places easily. But that was my lace right there, and this lace right here, it's kind of a little flowers. It was originally white, and I got it from Miss Garden Growth, and she has a beautiful, beautiful store on her blog, and she's very talented too on her. If you watch her YouTube channel, again, I'll link to her channel and her blog, and then to her blog shop specifically, because some people have a hard time finding it, because it's a very, very packed blog full of all kinds of stuff. So anyway, I glimmer misted it with Coffee Shop Glimmer Mist, and I really like that. And this lace right here is also from Ms. Garden Grove, and her name is Annie, and she's from Malaysia. And this was originally beige or cream color, and actually I can show you. So it was originally like that, and in the right here it doesn't look like it's, you know, not beige. This is actually a lot yellow, more kind of. It is actually beige. It looks really white on camera, but first I tried glimmer misting it with some kind of really light pink glimmer mist, and it was this color, and I've been working with it, and, you know, around it, and I was like, this is just way too harsh. It's too much. No more. So I ripped it off, and I'm going to save that just in case I need it for another project. And then I decided to do a lighter pink, and since that was the lightest color of glimmer mist I had, I went the Distress ink direction, and I used Victorian Velvet, and I tried patting it on there, and it was too dark, so I just patted it down on my craft mat, sprayed it with water, and then just put the lace down directly into the mixture, just swirled it around until it was fully coated in this light pink. And if I said vintage photo, I meant Victorian Velvet. I did that the last time I recorded this video. So it's Victorian Velvet, so it's a very light pink, and it doesn't really show. And at the bottom here, this is another trim I got from Annie, Ms. Garden Grove, and it's like pink acrylic with clear stones in them. And then this is a piece of the black mesh bling from Carla's 001. And up here at the top, under the cap, there is white tulle. Actually, I have a lot of that, so I just took a big length of it and tied it around, tied it into a bow. Took this Prima flower and stuck it there. And this button came in one of those big, you know, like $5 pack of buttons you get at Michael's, and they look vintagey and they're metal, and this one had some kind of really weird blue color on it. And I very carefully alcohol inked it black, and I cannot believe I managed not to get any black at all on any of the silver. You see in the video, at first I try using a Q-tip, but I was like, as soon as I put it on the Q-tip, I'm like, oh crap, this is just going to absorb in the Q-tip. It's hardly hitting me, it's going to transfer. So had to do it very carefully with the nozzle. But anyway, there's that. And the last part is the top. This is what the top looks like. Yay! And I really hope my partner isn't planning on storing any type of food in this, because it doesn't feel like it closes as tight as it normally would, because this piece here normally would stay on top of the jar when you open it, and you just have the, you know, the ring. But I had wanted to cover it with paper, and the paper I covered with is this music sheet paper, but you can hardly see it with all the decorations I have on top here. But there wasn't a way to keep the edges from getting damaged, torn, frayed every time it would open and close. So I had to glue it to this ring, and I think that's contributing to it not closing, you know, super tight. But it definitely closes, you know, tightly enough if it falls over and the lid's not gonna come off. But these are all I Am Roses and leaves right here, and on the edge I use more of Ms. Garden Grove's lace, and this is a pink and white trim. And then you used Rena's bling from Carla's 001. And finally, there's this butterfly spray here. It's an acrylic butterfly spray, and I also got that from Ms. Garden Grove. And I have a haul video, and it's from a while ago, and I haven't uploaded it yet, and I need to do that, of all the stuff I got from her. But this is what it came from. This part right here was at the top of this, so it's a big piece. I can't remember how much it cost. It was not a whole lot, I know that. So that is what I came up with. So I really hope that my partner likes it, and I really hope she likes what I put in it more than also. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned if you'd like for the rest of the video, the making of. I'm not sure what music I'll put it to, but hopefully it's something that's that's entertaining to you. So anyway, thank you guys, and I will see you later. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to circumstances beyond our control, we are unable to continue our broadcast of dancing. We shall continue now with our piano etude.